The party returns to town with the rare minerals from the abandoned mine and debates whether to turn them in or keep them for their own project. In the end, they decide to keep the materials. The job posting goes back on the board, now featuring Tomoji's helpful warning of crudely drawn spiders and robots. With the minerals, Hattori and Soma's visionary talents, and additional funding from Soma and Tomoji, the group has everything needed to finish the demon dowsing machine. Suki, Soma, Hattori, and Tomoji spend the evening making excellent progress, while Leo asks Professor Pearl to forge him armor from the remains of the mining construct. Suki also researches the rock collected from the mine, discovering a book on curses that may hold important clues. After classes the following day, the party realizes the dowsing machine cannot function until it has been calibrated using a real demon. Unsure how to summon one safely, they seek out Professor Marcus. Though reluctant, Marcus agrees to help, admitting he would rather supervise than risk the group attempting the ritual on their own. He instructs everyone to meet him on the beach at midnight. By the time they arrive, Marcus has prepared a summoning circle, complete with several of Tomoji's rocks. Suki studies the rituals. Marcus begins the summoning, successfully calling forth a demon. Unfortunately, Marcus cannot maintain control for long, and the demon breaks free. As the battle ensues, Hattori finally remembers to calibrate the dowsing machine. Just when the fight begins to turn against the party, Korin charges onto the beach, having learned of the ritual and come to help. With remarkable timing, he crushes the demon beneath an enormous boulder, and the group returns to campus while Marcus remains behind to clean up the ritual site. Elsewhere that night, tragedy strikes once again. Aya, one of Leo's classmates, is ambushed by the same cloaked figure responsible for Maya's murder. Using sanguine magic, the attacker kills Aya and drains her body of blood. The next day, Aya's absence initially raises little suspicion, as both Leo and Professor Rexana assume she simply dropped the class. With the dowsing machine finally operational, however, the party tests it and is surprised when it leads them to a cafe frequented by students and faculty, pointing directly at Professor Rexana herself. After Tomoji bluntly accuses her of being a demon, she reveals that the school is already aware of her true nature. The party learns that sanguine magic is an innate ability rather than one anyone can learn. The group sets off for the morgue to search for more bodies drained of blood. And I want to also take this moment to say thank you, Inu Gal, for writing these recaps for me.
You're so welcome. I'm glad they're helpful.
Very. And with that, as you guys start heading towards the morgue, is there anything you'd like to discuss along the way, or shall we just skip on over to the morgue? And I think this music's too cheerful for morgue studies. Let me switch it over.
Is Rexana coming with us? I can't remember.
No, she ended up going home. She did tell Leo where her home was privately, so that he could take her more extreme lessons outside of the school.
The one-on-one advanced course.
Yes. Or she can abuse children. Free will. Or freely, I mean.
So have you guys seen a lot of dead bodies before? I feel like I haven't seen, like, a bunch of dead bodies.
Only my master's, although it was mostly flat at that point.
Definitely not me.
Yeah, not many. I've seen maybe, a couple of the older people pass in the village where I'm from, but that's about it.
This is a really big city. What if there's like 100 bodies in there?
I hope not.
Surely they would at least cover them up, right?
Just leave
That's
him
what
in
I
a
did
pile.
for my master. I just pushed some of the big rocks on top of him. That's why I like to collect rocks, and he kind of throws a rock up and down in his hand. They remind me of my master.
You just see
Do they
someone's
remind you of-
eyes kind of get widened a little bit.
Do they remind you of him simply because that's the way that he died, or is there another connection?
Well, the first time I remember seeing him through the forest, he was sitting in a grove and he was making rocks float around, and I thought that was pretty neat. Then I tried to jump on one, and I made it fall and land on his foot, and he yelled at me and chased me off with a stick. So yeah, it basically just reminds me of my master. I hope one day I'm good with rocks like he was. I don't think we're going to find any rocks at the morgue, though.
And as you approach this large building made out of, is it stone or wood? Wood. It says City Morgue on the top, and you enter the front door. Inside, there is a woman behind a desk, kind of off to the side. And as you all start walking in, she's just, "Excuse me, you can't just enter. Who are you people?"
I'd like to say I think I'm trying to sneak again and try and maybe break away from the group and hide out in the shadows, and they go through the door, cause a distraction, and I sneak around behind them.
Yeah, make me a stealth.
9.
You over there, creeping along, get back here.
Hang my head in shame.
We're looking for bodies without blood. Do you have any?
Soma would chime in. It's a project for one of our school classes for extra credit, miss.
Well, then I assume you have some sort of documentation from one of your instructors?
Nudge Tomoji just to pull out some gibberish form.
He'll dig around in his bag and he'll say, "Yeah, it's from Rexana. She's big and mean. And if you don't let us in, she said she's going to come down and yell at you and use her big sword. So you should definitely let us in."
As you hold up a piece of paper that probably just has stick figure drawings on it.
Yeah, like a couple failed copies of my name and a robot and maybe a spider.
On the other side, it's the entrance form for the school, all this stuff that he was supposed to fill out. Just one of them,
Right.
page 376 or something.
Yeah. Well, we don't just let anybody off the street come in without good reason, so you need to get me a proper form, and I suppose if this professor decides to come down and yell at me, then so be it, but other than that, out the door.
So, I know we were talking about this a little bit earlier with the Fabula points. Is it possible for me to have taken a form that I have already gotten from a teacher, like the permission slip to get into the restricted book section, and maybe tried to modify it somehow and forge out a new document using one of my Fabula points?
Yeah, I think that's a good use of change the story, so I'd allow that. You could, trace over the handwriting of the elegant handwriting of Valen and sort of rework the wording a little bit so that you can change it to the morgue, and obviously not a specific book, Mm-hmm. But yeah, you guys kind of head out, I assume, and off to the side so you don't do a forgery in front of her. And Yeah, you spend some time doing that. And then after a while, as you also kind of sketch out his signature, you come back inside, and as I said, you aren't supposed to be here without permission.
Oh yeah, I got permission from Professor Valen. He decided that it was really important for her research, and I'll pass her the document.
Let me see that. And she takes a look and scrutinizes it and just... All right, very well. What a strange request. She keeps the form, filing it away, but other than that, she's just like...
Don't worry, it's for a good cause.
The more things the school does, the more I wonder that. So she starts heading, wait here a moment, into the back, and after a little bit, you kind of hear, like, light talking back there, and after a little bit, she comes back, and she's like, all right, you can go forward, and just don't interrupt the doctor and what he's doing.
All right, thank you.
Or...
As they file out, Timoji will kind of trail at the end, and he'll look at her and go, "You're mean." And then waddle his way back after the group.
She doesn't really know what to do with this, so she just... Okay.
Sometimes cats just don't like certain people.
You just hiss at her on the way?
Yeah.
And when you get into the...
I was just going to say, she must be a dog person. You don't like those.
When you get into the back, they don't have, like, you know, those slide-in things that we have in modern day, but they do have a lot of tables and covered bodies. They don't just have them out exposed, you know. And there seems to be a fair amount. It's not an amount that you would be like, oh my god, what's happening in this city? But it is an amount you would expect from a large city. I don't know how much that would be, but there is a decent amount here. And you see this sort of chubby, balding-looking guy, you know, kind of with his glasses pushed up as you all come in. Hello there. You're all students from Mine's Refuge, I understand.
This place is stinky.
Yes, we do our best to air it out and have certain enchantments for that, but they are dead bodies. I will say it's not like they're all just rotting here. They do have, like, you know...
Formaldehyde.
Yeah, well, they have magic to preserve a body. I can't remember what the D&D equivalent cantrip is, you know, where they prevent...
Gentle repose.
Yeah, that's the one. So it's something like that they have, that they use to make sure these bodies don't rot. But
that one in D&D is specifically used to make sure the body can't be used for raising dead, too. It prevents necromancy.
I think that Suki would probably look to this person. And she would just ask, is there any way to, you know, identify any properties about these bodies? Like the date that they came to the morgue or anything like that?
Oh yes, everything is labeled on each table appropriately as the bodies are identified and causes of death. This batch over here I haven't quite gotten to yet, so that we don't know their cause of death, but the ones, you know, they're all done.
Have you noticed anything strange lately, like bodies without blood before they come?
Yes, actually. There have been a few, and in increasing numbers recently. It's strange.
Now, do you have not a database, but like a list of locations where the bodies were found, or do they just get brought to you by, like, the wheelbarrow guy?
Well, that would be probably in their files. I don't personally look into that. I mostly just make sure that I know their cause of death. He gets like a handkerchief and wipes his forehead, feeling seemingly nervous as this large group of people are talking to him.
Well, I know we appreciate your help.
Yeah. What kind of studies is this for? It seems a little peculiar.
Blood
So
magic.
I'm a dark blade.
Okay. Here's blood magic and dark blade, like two very scary magics, and he's like, it's all right. You've got permission. I don't really think I need to know.
He just sees this little child staring up at him with these big purple eyes, just waving.
Yeah, he's a little mumble. Am I talking to a demon boy?
Tomoji will go up to him and indicate that he wants his hand, and he'll put a little rock in his hand, and he'll say, "Don't worry. We'll be fine." And then he'll just, like, pick a direction and walk off towards bodies.
He's holding this rock, like...
The equivalent of a bribe.
Yeah, like, here you
Just a
go.
rock bribe. But he's just kind of confused, but then he kind of tilts his head looking at it, like, what an interesting pattern.
All right, Tomoji's going to go start messing with whatever he can see in front of him, just, like, looking under things, like, and just... looking in the trash can and things that really probably wouldn't help.
As he's going that direction, I'm probably going the other direction towards where he pointed out the files were, and trying to, like, my goal here is to, once we find the bodies that have been drained of blood, or ask him which bodies have been drained of blood, to try and find the files that correlate.
Yeah, I would say as you look through, actually, I think this would be the point where you realize that Aya didn't skip class, as she's one of the bodies here, drained of blood.
Shit.
And I would like you to make a investigation type roll, which would be insight and insight.
Before he does that, when he says he's gonna go off to, look at the files, I'll probably just, like, put a hand on his shoulder and say, well, good luck. And I'm gonna cast Awaken, so his insight will go up 1 die size.
Yeah, party buff's
Cool.
good.
So that is, Jesus Christ, I can't read this dice. 17.
Wow. Yeah, that'll do. All right, with a 17, you definitely, like, you obviously you found that body. There seems to be 2 other bodies drained here of blood. Others have been, you will notice, like, so these 3, like Aya and the other 2, will say the cause of death is blood drain. But as you look into the files and start flipping through others that have had their blood drained from them, it seems like they all died kind of natural causes and were found, or unnatural causes, and then were found after the fact with their blood drained. So it seems like only recently people have been dying with this, and it has increased a lot. So, like, the first one happened like a year ago, and then it was like after a couple of months another one happened, and then after a couple of months another one, and then after a month another, and then after half a month, and then, it seems like it's been steadily increasing in need.
Now, do I get the sense that there's a pattern with victims? Is it randomized in different locations throughout the city? Does he have like a not a hunting spot, but like, are
Yeah.
these bodies coming from around the school? Are they coming from outside in the city?
So the first ones were kind of random throughout the city, and it seemed to be mostly, he rolled so good, it seemed to be like mostly people without addresses, you know, like homeless and things like that. And then it has, as the need has increased, I can't think of the word. Sorry, guys, I had really bad sleep last night. As the need has increased, and the desperation is what you assume. It's like, then it started getting to just citizen, like normal people. So, and it has increased more and more around the school. Seems like around the school, and now an actual student. Well, two, technically, since you know Maya got trained. Her body isn't here, though, since her parents took her away.
And we do know that the last two victims, I guess I'll call them, were both young women. Are there additional, or is there additional evidence to support maybe like that sort of theory that he's targeting young women, or?
The majority are women. Age doesn't seem to be in effect, but there are guys in this as well. It just is the majority woman.
I think I'd probably pull in my smart engineer friends over here and try and give them this information as well and pass this along and see what they might be able to dissect from this too.
I think Hattori might notice that Leo is looking at Aya, and he would ask, "Do you know this person? You seem to be looking at her a lot."
Yeah, she was in my class like 2 days ago.
There was another murder in the academy?
Yep.
I think Hattori's just gonna stare at her in shock for now.
And it's hard to recognize them as people, too, with the way their blood has been drained. They kind of, for lack of a better term, raisin up. And, you know, they have this pallid, grayish skin as all the color is gone from them, you know.
Soma would just kind of stare incredulously. He would say, "And no one made any announcements? Nothing? Not even that a student was missing?"
No, I don't even think our teacher knew. Like, we kind of just assumed that she dropped the class when we were in class earlier today.
Did it seem like something that she would have, a topic she would have been interested in?
Honestly, no. She looked pretty disgusted at the end of our first session, and it didn't seem like she was coming back, but again, it's hard to say. I don't think that you go out wanting to be a dark blood. I think it just kind of happens to you, and like, you know, like it's not something that most people go looking for.
I think like somewhere in the background, like you see Tomoji just like dart on all fours, like in between two rooms, and he's like chasing a rubber band ball, and there's like some toilet paper wrapped around his tail, and he's just like zooming around, causing a fucking disaster. As he's really not interested in the bodies, so he's just getting into whatever he can find in the cabinets and keeping himself entertained.
Oh, please be careful there.
I got it. Rubber band ball bouncing all over the place. Hattori, I think you were doing something before Tomoji rudely interrupted.
He was just gonna say, like, this won't do. We have to ask surely the dean would know something about this if they're trying to keep it under wraps. We should ask him what happened.
Yeah, but if we go to the dean too soon, we might get into trouble, and we might not be able to investigate further.
what does it say the location, like where she was found? Does it mention the school, or did she seem to be outside of it?
Outside. She was found near the school, mind you, but not in it.
I mean, I think there might be a chance that the school doesn't even know, like, themselves yet, since she wasn't there. I don't know if, the authorities make sure to alert them, but you could always maybe put in, like, a missing persons report with the school instead of just letting them know for sure that we've been to the morgue and saw her.
I think Hattori is just thinking about what Leo said, and he's like, oh yeah, we are breaking the rules right now. I guess we could file a missing persons? I think Leo would have to do it since she was in his class.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well.
Who do we go to then? The city investigators?
Well, if you wanted to maybe get a read on whether the dean or other faculty at the school knew, you could go to them and maybe gauge kind of their reaction.
At least then it would give us some more insight as to what they know and what they could be withholding.
Suppose I could go visit some of my favorite teachers. I don't know that the dean would want to talk to me, and I don't really want to talk to the dean. I don't want to end up on his radar,
Her
radar. I mean, Rexana might take an interest in it since she was in her class. And then I suppose we should we tell Valen that we used his name to get in here, or maybe keep that a secret?
I don't think we should tell him.
Yeah, if he asks, then we can say something. But until then, there's no point in volunteering information.
Maybe Rexana is a good place to start then.
Yeah, I mean, she already knows, kind of. I mean, she knew we were even coming here today, so.
Yeah, maybe we go and talk to her, or I go and talk to her again. She doesn't seem like the type that likes a lot of people.
I guess tell her before she beats you up so you don't forget.
Probably not a bad idea.
You just say hi, she punches you.
I'm here for a lesson. Slam.
Well, before we go, is there anything else that we can kind of gather about these, 3 bodies that we found? As someone who kind of knows a little bit about, healing and stuff, can I tell exactly, obviously it was using magic, but anything else about how the blood was drained? Does this have to come through, how does it come out of their body?
Yeah, make me... I think that's just double insight. Yeah.
Right. That's a 10.
Yeah, with a 10, I think you know enough as you sort of take the time to examine the bodies. You see that on each of them there is a precise incision on like major veins. So obviously this was made like from somebody who knew how to drain the blood out very efficiently.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think you would definitely get that sort of, however you would sense magical residue from it.
Yeah.
Whatever that is to you, if that's a smell or a taste or a visual cue, there is a little bit of that magical residue.
I would say again, somewhere in the back, you just hear like a clamor of like medical instruments like falling off a shelf. Like,
no, I said don't touch these things. All right, you all need to leave now. I think this is quite enough hassle. I've got work to do.
all right. I think in the spirit of trying to spend our Fabula points, I'm going to propose that I spend a Fabula point, and I want to say that somewhere in the ruckus, maybe like in the trash or somewhere that you really wouldn't expect anything, that Tomoji accidentally finds a clue. Even if it's just like, maybe something, an autopsy report that was in the trash that, got stuck to his back or something, or, just something accidental that he just whoopsied into. Doesn't have to be huge or plot, changing, but I just think it would be funny if, like, as he's, like, running around in the bathroom, that he accidentally, like, finds something that he wouldn't know that is like a clue, but like as he reapproaches the party, he's got like something stuck to his back paw.
Sure, let me just think of what that clue might be.
I guess it would maybe be something along the lines of like maybe something someone tried to hide or misfiled that, they're like, okay, well, I'm not going to put it in the files because that's where, that's the official stuff. This is going to be like, my own little personal notebook on my desk, with maybe like a little, notice that, the body shared something in common, or just some small thing, a vial of blood that's like sample for later.
No, I like that. Okay, so yeah, you guys see some little medical report stuck to Tomoji's back as he approaches, and when you guys all kind of shuffle out and take this report with you on accident, whomever who would find it and take it off of him.
I mean, I think Suki probably would. She's probably like getting some tape that was stuck on his tail off, and then
yeah.
So Tomoji's sitting there trying to explain it. He's like, I didn't touch anything. It touched me. I tried to run away. Then I found the bouncy ball, and boy, did that cause a lot of problems. It touched everything. I was trying to catch it so that it wouldn't break stuff. The morgue really was a challenging place. I don't know if I'm going to go back.
With that, Suki, as you look at the note and sort of read over, the reason this wasn't like necessarily in the reports is it seems like it's not like on an official form. It's just what the doctor in there seemed to be speculating. Like he's kind of doing a little bit of his own like speculation on these blood drain victims. And one thing that he has noted, but hasn't been able to test all the victims yet, only just these recent 3, because he didn't think he'd have to. But there was like what little blood residue he could find left over, they all seem to be of matching blood types.
Interesting. I would definitely point this out to the group and just say, Leo, we might take another look at that book that you found and see if it mentions anything about blood types being like specific to any kind of spells.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. And I'll go into my book bag and start flipping around and like trying to check the index for like different blood types and see if there's like a section for type O.
What blood type is it?
So since this is the fucking, book of sanguine magic from Mantris, yes, it does have all that kind of information in there. And basically one of the things you find is like, it seems like certain blood types will help flavor certain things for them, but for the most part, it kind of goes over how, so one of the parts of what sanguine magic can be used for good. If somebody is bleeding out, they can put blood back in, or if they're had a lot of blood loss or something, they can help a person recover by putting blood in them, and thus blood type matters. There does seem to be more in the back area of how sanguines can eventually learn to even convert blood types. But if these three bodies have, the same blood type, I'm sure you speculate maybe this one can't, or... Or it also goes over how difficult it kind of is, so maybe it's just out of ease. But that would be about all you see with... Ow! What the fuck? No, you don't get to claw me and then be all fine about it.
That was sassy.
Yeah.
Did the personal, doctor's note say what blood type it was?
A.
Now, who in the party has blood type A?
Good question.
Who will be the bait? Is what he's getting at.
Oh, I think Hattori just wants to know, does he have blood type A?
Am I at risk?
Yeah. Is he gonna go into a panic attack right now?
Is there a way in this world to have determined blood types, or is that something that we could build a machine for?
I would say that it's kind of a rare thing. In Mine's Refuge, they know blood types just because of how intelligent the people here usually are. Probably in Lancaster, this would be more meta-knowledge. They wouldn't have things like that. But in other, schools of magic and things, they don't really need blood types to heal somebody,
So, Tomoji wouldn't have checked, but were all of the victims of the same race? Or were there, Felis, for example, or non-humanoids?
All human.
Gotcha.
I think Suki might be trying to recall, some of that paperwork they filled out at the beginning. Did we have to put our blood type on anything? Was there a medical form where we had to put this is what I'm allergic to, and this is my allergy, or this is my blood type, or anything like that?
I think allergies, yes, but I don't think they would need blood type for just going to school, Okay. They don't expect you to be drained of blood here, but...
Hey, I'm just wondering if someone had easy access to...
Yeah, no, that's a very clever angle.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. And sanguine magic, too, is so rare, it's not something that they would think to necessarily keep track of either. Which would be mostly who needs blood type. Or demons, and, well... they definitely wouldn't be like, hey, what's your blood type for a dark ritual?
Surely the school has a... I don't know what it's called, but a medical room.
Yeah.
So maybe they could use, they might take that information for that. We could spend a Fabula point just for this.
We're gonna really flex those now.
Yeah.
So what are you spending it for exactly?
The school has a medical ward, maybe, that
The nurse's office.
They treat their students with.
You actually
And so
don't
for that-
have to spend a Fabula point for that, because I have specified before Professor Marcus's classroom is kind of a medical lab, you know?
That's right. I forgot about that.
I mean, I'll make you take it, but...
fairly late at night at this point, right? Because it was already evening for the cafe.
It was after
think.
school, so it was like early evening. I'd say, yeah, by
Gotcha.
now you guys are in the getting to the late evening. It
Yeah,
wouldn't be
Tomoji
like-
would probably stretch and say, "I'm sleepy," and start like trying to crawl up Cloud again. Not that he's not usually sleepy, but he'd probably indicate that it's getting close to bedtime.
So I'll see you guys back at the school then. I'm going to go talk to Rexana. And I'll wave and disappear into a crowd.
You were being annoying today. Yes.
Sorry, I'm just trying to play my character. I'm just kidding.
I'm trying to do a murder mystery, and this cat is just being a Tomoji.
So being awesome and amazing in every way?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's been part of what's been having me like all over the place. I'm like, where's the kitten? What is he doing? Why is he why is he moving?
Thankfully, he's kind of disabled, so he can't go far or do much.
You're like, why don't I hear anything?
Yeah.
All right, as Leo disappears into the crowd, what do the rest of you do?
So if I were, let's say I'm at the school and I were to get like, I broke my finger or something, would I go to Professor Marcus's like classroom? Okay.
He would be the one to heal you. He is the one that's teaching spiritism, so he's kind of the school's nurse and teacher, and yeah.
Yeah, I think, Hattori kind of bringing that up, I would look at the others and just say, well, we could always take a look at Professor Marcus's office and see if maybe Maya or Aya had gone there recently to see him for anything.
Unintentional rhyming names. Does anyone respond to poor Suki? Or?
Tomoji is fast asleep.
I think that's a good idea.
I'd be more than inclined to tag along.
All right. Are we trying to go about this in a sneaky way, or should we just outright ask him?
What do I think about subtle? We don't necessarily have to be sneaky, but can be a little more under the radar than usual.
I usually blurt things out. I'll stay quiet.
All right. So I guess rather than, trying to sneak in his office in the middle of the night, we'll just go talk to him after class.
Yeah, I feel like that is a good plan.
All right. That sounds good to me.
Alright, so the rest of you head back to your dorms then?
Yeah.
Do you drop Tomoji off, who's asleep on Cloud, or do you just take him with you?
I imagine that's probably a kind of routine process. Is Cloud could probably even just she could dump me off like near my tent
She just
anywhere.
sits so that you
just
slide off.
Slide, and then goes back to where she wants to go.
All right,
Cats can kind of sleep anywhere. They're like water, right? They just conform to whatever environment they're in.
Oh, a little sidetrack thing. I've been having to give Sushi gabapentin lately to help try to prevent her from licking the spot, and she becomes spaghetti. Like, she's just,
Nice.
I could maneuver her any way I want.
Nice.
All All right, the rest of you go into your dorms and do whatever you do before bed, but we will quickly head on over to Leo, who makes his way over to Rexana's house. As you approach it, it's like a pretty moderate house. It's nothing too fancy, but it ain't no shack, and, you know, it's a decent house, you know? So she's got a little... It's not what you would expect from a demon. It's got like the white picket fence and things like that. But you can tell the garden isn't necessarily super kept. It looks like there were some weeds and things growing, and she seems to have torn up a lot of it and just kind of put those like rocks, you know, to fill it in to make it stop becoming a menace. And yeah, you do see a light on in one of the windows. Candle lights.
Yeah, walk right up to the door and just knock.
And after a moment, you hear a couple steps, and who is it?
Oh, it's me.
Oh. And the door opens, and you see she's out of her armor at the moment. But she steps inside and gestures. She's got a bottle of some kind of booze in her hand, and she lets you in. And as you get in, and she closes the door, and she moves back on to, you see, like, it's just this nice little living room space, and she's got very basic furniture, though. She doesn't have a whole lot of, like, decor or anything like that. It's very simple. But she sits down and kind of gestures for you to sit, and as it is a little darker in the living room, it's not like pitch black or anything, but the candles are like over by the, you know, dining room or something, so you only get somewhat of the light. Her eyes glow a little red as you head inside. Didn't expect you to show up today for training.
No, but I had some news that I thought you might want to know. Aya's dead.
Really?
Yeah, I feel kind of bad now that we just dismissed her so quickly, but yeah, she's dead. She's in the morgue. She was completely drained of blood, just like Maya.
Shit. Takes a swig from the bottle. Offers you the bottle.
I think about it for a minute, and then remember like how young I am, and I'm just like, no, not today.
Put hair on your chest, as they say.
So, she's dead. Others are dead. It seems like this has kind of been going on for, I think we determined a year, right?
Yeah.
It's been going on for about a year, and it seems like the frequency of these murders is increasing.
Okay. I mean, that's probably not a good thing.
No, probably not. Do you think the teachers at the school might know more about it? Or do you think they're trying to keep it under wraps? Because, like, 2 people have died and they haven't told anybody shit.
Well, I don't know really fuck all about Maya, because, you know, I don't care. But I ended up getting a notice that she resigned today, so I think they don't know she's dead.
So who do I talk to about this? Is it the dean?
Probably not the dean, because I don't think she's going to be too thrilled you're doing this at all.
That's kind of what I was thinking too earlier. I've got a couple other teachers that I've formed a little bit of a connection with, but...
Yeah, are they your favorites too, kid?
Not as much as you're my favorite. I wink at her.
Look, the vibes I get are most of them pretty good. Although... she kind of hesitates to continue that thought. Unless you prompt him.
Yeah, I'm like, so do you have suspicions about anybody?
Yeah, I'm just not sure if I should really be telling you. Like, how old are you? 12? And the rest of you are probably going off to get yourselves killed by doing this, if it's really a sanguine.
That's okay.
Honestly,
my mom's brought me back a couple times, and, you know, I think my uncle did too, just to keep torturing me.
You know, your brother has too.
Yeah. I've got backup plans, contingencies in place. It's not my first time I've actually dealt with death.
Just eyes you. Strangely enough, that does make it easier. So, demons, like me, we can sense good in people. Kind of how we can hunt them down and fuck them up, you know?
Yeah.
One of the professor's intensity of it has been dwindling for a while now. I think he's getting into some bad shit.
Has it been for maybe the last year?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, honestly, less than that. Maybe 6 months.
Do you think they need to be stopped?
Which I would say would line up with, because like I said, a lot of those earlier ones, they died of natural causes and then the blood was taken after. And then as things have been progressing more quickly for this person, that's when the actual murder aspect of it has started. So, you know, I'd say that the increase in frequency and closer to when the actual murder from the sanguine has started lines up with what she's saying. And sorry, what were you asking her?
I was saying, like, what was it? Like, so they need to be stopped, right?
Probably. I just... Look, kid, he might be, somehow immortal for whatever god reason. But I'm kind of, like, trying not to be a prick anymore. And I can't just, like, tell you, hey, go after this fucking guy who might kill you. So, I'm not gonna tell you.
Can I alter the story to make her tell me?
No.
Abuse of power.
You could try to convince her with charisma, but you would have to tell me what you say.
If you're trying not to be as much of a prick anymore, isn't this maybe a good place to start? I mean, as you've seen, I'm kind of willing to put myself into these situations. Like, I'm requesting these private lessons from you. I think that we've started to form a bit of a bond of trust here. I don't think that him staying, or them staying in the position that they're in is a good idea for anybody in the city. I mean, our investigation already drew us to you. It doesn't mean, like, other people aren't going to be drawn to you, too. I don't know. I feel like just us working together on this might not be a bad idea. I'm not asking you for much other than a name.
Make me a willpower and insight roll, I think. Which...
Is this still the same scene as earlier, or would you say this is a new one?
I'll allow it.
For his buff.
Yeah.
That's a 13.
I won't give you the name, but I'll tell you what, we'll go talk to the fucker tomorrow, alright? And you'll learn.
Sounds good.
I ain't gonna have you go off and do this alone. Clugs the rest of this bottle.
Well, thanks, Rexana. I really appreciate it. I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, kid.
She's gonna get murdered tonight.
Classic.
But yeah, I think I just head back to the school.
Skip on back to the school.
If anything, just trying to keep a low profile too.
Yeah. Skips in the shadows back to the school. Alright, everybody eventually ends up going to bed unless there's something anyone wants to say or do. All good? Okay. You all end up going to bed, and suddenly, in the morning, way early in the morning, you are all rudely interrupted as the Mines Refuge police force come into your rooms and arrest you all.
Yay!
And for the sake of Tomoji and Leo, yes, they find you out into the woods and arrest you. They do it early enough that a lot of the school does not get awoken or aware of it. And you all are brought to this large jail carriage that takes you off to the guardhouse.
Can Cloud have at least managed to not be arrested?
Yeah, I think, especially if you order Cloud to just like run off.
Yeah.
I think they're not gonna chase the most gigantic wolf that they've seen down the hall. They're gonna let that go. So yeah, they just take you and let Cloud run away. Right. And into the carriage as you go.
Could we also say that Soma probably would have started just whistling? And Mogura's just like underground.
Yeah, Mogura also hides. And you all get a brief moment to talk in the carriage if you'd like, but other than that, you are handcuffed.
Leo has definitely fought them the entire way, like spitting in their faces, like "fuck you, pig," like all the way to. I think no one but Leo gets like the hood over his face so that he can't like spit and bite on people.
Why don't you wash the hood?
I think Hattori would say, "What is this? Why are we being taken?"
Soma's just gonna kind of click his tongue. He's gonna go, "Someone's dimed us out if I had to think about it."
Yeah, maybe our...
What did we do?
Our trip to the morgue, I'm assuming?
And you are all brought to the jail cell, your separate jail cells. You are unshackled when you get inside, but you do see large boarding glyphs on each cell that, when you enter, you kind of feel... Anyone with, like, magic feels fairly drained in here when you get inside. Also, all your equipment for you tinkerers get taken away, too, obviously. So, they're not going to send you in with your pistols, sorry. and your Hattori, that gets taken too.
Not the Hattori Batori.
After a while, we will just go in the arbitrary order that your cameras are in. Leo, you get dragged into a little room at some point. They do handcuff you again to take you through the jail, and you are dragged into a little interrogation room, and you're plopped down on the desk and sort of handcuffed to the table. And as that happens, this female investigator walks in. She sits down with a report in front of her. They've taken the hood off by this point, but she sits down with this file in front of her and looks at you. Leo Larathian.
Lawyer.
Well, that is your prerogative, but of course it would be in your interest to help us with the investigation, or you could look guilty. That's up to you.
I don't have his business card, but I slide over Saul Reitman's son's lawyer card.
This is from Port Arbis. We have a lot of evidence that you have been harassing... Fuck, I forgot the name. Sorry, guys, I'm terrible with names.
Victor?
Victor, thank you. Yep. You have been harassing Victor. Breaking into his room. Writing things on his wall.
I just shrug and say, lawyer.
We could just solve this right now instead of having to wait the process to get you this lawyer. Fine. She closes up the folder and walks out. Eventually guards come and take you away and put you back into the cell. The next person that gets dragged out is Suki. You are handcuffed and brought into this interrogation room, your hands cuffed to the table, and eventually a guy walks in and sits down with a folder in front of him, and Suki.
Yes?
Such a sweet little yes. I'm sorry. And he's just... Do you know why you're here?
Not really, no.
Well, you and your group seem to have been getting into a lot of mess lately, especially harassing one of your fellow students.
I just look at him blankly, as if I don't know what he's talking about.
Please, tell me what your relationship was with Maya.
Oh, she was my roommate.
And?
Well, unfortunately, because she was killed, we didn't get to spend I definitely hesitate before I choose that word. I wanted to say murdered and didn't. But I didn't get a lot of time to really get to know her, but I feel like we got off to a pretty good start, because before I even found out she was my roommate, I saw her being just harassed by a man. And me and, a couple others kind of came to her defense a little bit.
And how do you know she wasn't the harasser?
Just from what we saw, she was mostly just verbally defending herself, and she didn't really seem hysterical, but the other person really did.
And then you decided to continue to harass this man?
I don't recall doing anything of the sort.
Really? You didn't break into his room?
Is that what he said?
He just eyes you. Answer the question.
I think at this point she would decide it was in her best interest to not say any more.
Well, technically, you didn't break into his room, right?
I mean, I was there. I didn't open the door.
Oh, I think I stayed behind with Soma, maybe.
No, I'm pretty sure you guys were all there, except...
Oh, yeah, I think we were all there. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think there was two instances of it.
Yep. There was
At least
two.
the first time.
But the first time all of you were there. As you go silent, he's just... Things aren't looking very good for you and your friends at this moment, and I think it would be in your best interest to be honest right now.
And how is it not looking good for us? I mean, I honestly feel safer here than at the school.
Why is that?
Oh, students turning up dead.
He's just, yes, it is a shame they are.
Yeah, how is the investigation for that going?
Well, we do have some leads.
There's not enough, money backing that investigation. Not as much as, is backing bringing us in.
Yeah, see.
It isn't about money, Suki. Where were you 2 nights ago?
Where was I 2 nights ago?
Yeah. In your room, actually. Yeah, just... Well, last night,
Underground in
and
mine.
then... Well, there was the... No, wait. 2 nights ago was the demon summoning. And then you were in your room.
Okay.
Last night?
Last night was after the morgue.
Oh,
like, you
I see.
guys just woke up and this happened.
Well, I don't know how far back you're wanting me to go, but I spent the night in my room alone since I don't have a roommate anymore.
And where else? We know you
we
weren't
did
in your
spend
room
some
the
time at-
entire night.
Well, I mean, I gotta live my life. I did spend some time at the library. Just reading some of the books that they had there, and then before that, I think I was at the beach.
Late night for the beach.
It wasn't just me. We were accompanied by a professor.
Which professor?
Marcus?
He writes that down. Anything else? After that, he just eyes you again. Look, I think you're gotten in over your head. I think that you are probably not at guilt here. But I need you to tell me everything honestly. Otherwise, things aren't really looking all that good for you and your friends.
What else are you wanting to know? I mean, I told you where I was 2 nights ago.
Did you break into Victor's room?
I personally did not break open the door into his room.
Very specific.
Excellent way to word that. He just... I'm trying to help you here, you know.
I entered. I didn't break and enter.
Can you give me some more details about that? In what way would this, be helping us? Or me?
We think we're close to figuring out who's been causing these murders. That's all he says.
I'm definitely waiting for more information. That's good. I'm relieved to hear that. Truly.
I need full cooperation. Is there someone you're trying to protect?
I mean, I wouldn't go that far, but, I'll let my friends give their own testimony as to, what actions they may or may not have taken. I don't really care to do that for them.
Very well. That's all for now. He closes it and heads out. Eventually guards come and take you back to your cell. Tomoji.
I would also like to say, I didn't outright order Cloud to do anything, because I wouldn't have said anyone's name right in front of the police, but in my head, I wanted her to go find, Corin or Rexana or someone like that, someone that we're familiar with.
Since you can talk to animals, I imagine that you could actually do that in a language that she would only understand. You sit there and bark at her while they're taking you away, but, So, yeah, I could say that, who do you pick out of those two? Or do you just say either or?
I think I would say either one, whichever one she can find first. But I think I would name them in the order Corin and then Rexana, just because that's kind of, he knows him a little bit better.
What is it, Cloud? Is Timmy in a well?
That's great. Classic.
Tomoji, you are dragged into this room and, likewise, when you're shackled, it seems like the runic symbols are on these shackles too, so that, you can't just cast magic willy-nilly with it. You are brought into this room and chained to the table, and
he had a nice nap, so he's really just in a good mood. He's like, "Hi, I'm Tomoji."
The guy sits down. Yes, I know.
Do you like rocks?
That bears a good point. How good of a mood is Tomoji actually in if all of his rocks got taken away?
I mean, there's more. He's not covetous of them. It's really more about the getting than the having. So he'll get more. He's in a good mood. He had a nap. He's basically oblivious to really anything that's been going on. So this will be a funny interrogation.
Can't say that I am particular to them.
That's a shame. They're great.
Tomoji, do you know Victor?
Nope. Do you?
I love this idea that this is actually truthful.
Yeah, no, he's not lying at all. I mean, honestly, like, the whole interview could go this way, and I think that they would broadly just realize that he's clueless and don't even know if he's a student. Because he's just, it's like Olaf from Frozen. He's just like, nope. Or Olaf, that was his name. He's like Olaf. He's like, nope, no idea. Do you? Does he like rocks?
He just blinks. He's like, you know Maya.
Nope.
Maya was your friend's roommate, Suki's roommate.
Never met her.
Yes, you have.
Nope. My only friend is Corin. He's in the library a lot. He likes rocks.
Do you remember drawing this? And he holds up the drawing that you left on Victor's bed.
He snatches it. Oh! Yeah, I gave Victor some of my rocks. I don't think he likes them very much, but I was trying to give him some.
So you do know you were in his room then?
Not really.
I see. He's got that, like... I think... Not to cut it short, but I think this is how it goes. Yeah.
Honestly, yeah. The whole interview is just going to be Tomoji is oblivious and won't shut up about rocks, and it probably is useless for any investigation. I think that's fair.
He will constantly prove you've been in these places that he's trying to get you to agree to, and I think that's how it goes. Oh, yeah, but then you just don't have much recollection of it after that.
No association. He would talk more about the rocks when he was on the beach and then not know the professor's name. Completely useless.
He just rubs his head like, all right, that's everything. He closes the file and leaves. The guards take you back.
Tomoji, stretches like, good, I'm getting sleepy. No concern about where he is or if he's going back to class or anything. Just nap time.
And with that, Hattori, you are brought into the room, chained to the table, and I think the female will come in with that and sits down with her file in front of her, opens it up, and Hattori.
Hello.
Do you know why you're here?
No, they wouldn't tell me in the carriage.
Apologies, I know things can be a little aggressive with the guard, but we wanted to make sure to get you out before the rest of the students saw the commotion. Either way, let's just get into it, shall we? Do you know who Victor is?
Am I going to be suspended?
Things could be a lot worse depending on how this goes.
I'll be expelled.
Hattori, you and your group could go to jail. To prison.
Why? What did we do? You still haven't told me.
Do you know who Victor is?
Yes.
It seems that he's reported harassment from his fellow students, and there's a lot of evidence to indicate that it was all of you.
But we didn't harass him.
You didn't break into his room?
I'm trying to think about how he would answer this. Well, we didn't do anything mean.
Breaking into his room And accusing him of killing Maya isn't exactly kind.
We didn't accuse him. Because I think Leo did it after we all left.
Yeah. She eyes you, but it seems like she believes you, so she's just... Do you know who might have accused him then, out of your group?
I don't think any of us accused him. We're all trying to solve this murder mystery.
How do you know Maya?
She used to be Suki's roommate.
What did you think of her?
I mean, I think she was nice. She seemed to be friends with her.
Didn't harbor any ill will?
Towards Maya?
Mm-hmm.
No. I just met her.
Do you know anyone in your group who might have?
I don't think so. Can I go now?
No. What do you know of Leo?
I thought you already talked to him.
He wasn't very forthcoming.
Then maybe I shouldn't say anything either.
And that is up to you, of course, but... You know, I wouldn't recommend impeding our investigation.
Well, we also have an investigation. We would like to go back to that too.
Are you sure you didn't harbor any ill will towards Maya?
I definitely didn't.
She pulls out that book that you took from Victor that has all the Maya hate and slides it across the table.
Ouch, got the diary.
Then explain this.
Oh. This was from Victor's room.
Say
See,
that
look,
again.
He's gonna flip to a page. This one has his name on it right here.
I don't think any of them actually had his name, because it was all just Maya hate.
It does if he uses his Fabula point.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly. Like Victor's complaining about how his company is like rivals with right.
It's on the very front page. This book belongs to.
Yes.
It won't be on the front
Victor
page,
Buttmunch McGee.
but I'll allow something like that if you want to spend the Fabula point.
Yeah, because I think like originally Victor he didn't like Maya because their families were rivals or something, right?
Yeah, that
I
was
like the
the
idea
He would
that-
talk
point.
about how she's like getting in the way of the family business.
I like the idea that Hattori's really analytical. If he actually looked over the text, he probably could come up with something like, it's written in this type of ink or this handwriting or, this anagram proves it's his. Like maybe he could out-detective the detective.
Yeah.
Also,
if
this
you-
handwriting is terrible. I don't write like this.
Pulls out your notebook. It's worse handwriting.
Yeah, right. How can we tell? They're both terrible. No, I'm kidding. But anyway, yeah, I'll say you can flip to a point where you're like, look, see right there. It says like, it talks about their families and things like that. And she'll pull it back and kind of read over it a little. And do you know how bad this looks for all of you? You're supposed to hand over the investigation to us. You getting involved like this is dangerous and not a good look.
think he'll just say, okay, and make himself small.
I think you've got swept into something too large for you. But I also think that one of your party, sorry, she wouldn't say party, one of your friends, is a little more dangerous than he lets on. I need you to tell me what you know of Leo.
I don't think I should. He's a friend, and he seems to be a good person.
Does he? Does he really?
Can I go now?
There are witnesses that he has transformed into the dead, ghostly visage of a student to accuse someone of her murder. Does that really sound like a good person to you?
I've never seen him do that. I think they're wrong.
Question. I know you didn't see him do that. Do you actually think they're wrong?
I don't think Hattori's ever seen Leo transform in a malicious way. Right?
I don't think so, but there was teasing and talking about the ghost thing after it happened with the rest of the group. It's mostly like, does Hattori really think they're wrong? Does he truly believe that? Is it the truth? Or does he think Leo would be capable of doing something like that?
Like, he definitely believes he's capable of it because he knows he can shapeshift.
Yeah.
But I don't think he would do that. Like, I think from Hattori's perspective, everyone here is trying to solve a murder, so they're probably good people.
Fair enough.
Right.
He just eyes you and... Alright, for now you can go back to your cell. Don't think you're actually in any trouble. Just be careful with your friends, alright?
Okay.
Your father will be contacted, and more than likely you'll be released soon.
Gonna be in so much trouble.
She gets up and leaves, and eventually they take you back to your cell and then bring Soma in to sit down, and the dude walks in and sits
You just
across
see
from
Soma with his eyes closed and his arms crossed as close as he can get him. His legs are just crossed up and he's just sitting stalwart like this.
Soma, as he sits down.
Man.
Guess I should have named the detectives. You can call me Jorah.
Okay, then someone will just say Jorah.
He's doomed himself because now Maya and Aya and Jorah, it's next on the list.
That's the true thing. Certain names all rhyme.
Yep.
Just... So, let's just get into it. What do you know of Maya?
I know she's dead.
And did you have any ill will against her?
Nope.
Do you know anyone in your group who might?
Nope. She was Suki's roommate, but they got along really well. At least until she died, and he would just raise his eyebrows at him like this.
What about Victor?
Victor's not in my friend group.
No, but there are reports of harassment from your group.
Not from me. I was cutting up with him and his buddies one of our first nights. He and I got along great.
And did you or anyone in your group break into his room?
I didn't break into anybody's room.
And anybody in your friend group?
How would I know? I was busy talking with Victor and his friends. He was talking about how excited he was that Maya was dead.
Again, for clarification, I think you all were there the first time you guys broke into his room, weren't you? Yeah, you met up before you did it.
Yes, but I did not break into his room. That doesn't mean I didn't stand in it, but I didn't break in.
But he did ask, and what about you or anyone in your friends? And then you proceeded to lie. So I think for that part, he just gives you a look. You know we can tell when you're lying, right?
Nope. I don't know any of you.
Well, we can.
Soma will just go, right.
We know you all broke into his room. We know you stole from him as well, and we know somebody in your group accused him multiple times of murdering Maya.
Wasn't me.
Yes, but you can see how things don't look good for your group, can't you?
Sure, but why would any of this make our group look worse than Victor? Victor was outright talking about and celebrating how happy he was that she was dead and was calling her all sorts of stuff. But I don't see Victor in here.
Victor will be questioned on his own. Right now we're questioning you.
Isn't that we're in here? Seems to me like you guys might be favoring his side of the story more than any of ours.
We're just trying to get clarification of what happened. And who might have done what.
Well, that's convenient. You probably should have started with the loudest one, which would have been Victor. He wouldn't shut up about how joyous of an occasion it was that Maya was dead and how she died and all the other things that he called her and her family.
Yes, we know their families are rivals, but that sort of accusation, unfortunately, doesn't mean that he is guilty of the crime. However, what can you tell me about Leo?
Why would I know anything about Leo? He's a classmate. We met on the first day. And that's it. I hardly ever see him.
As I said, Soma, we know when you're lying.
And I'm not lying. I spend more time with Hattori.
But you do spend a lot of time with Leo.
Sure, but what he does in his personal time is none of my business.
Do you think Leo would be capable of hurting innocent girls?
I think anyone is capable of doing anything that they set their mind to. That's why I'm at this school. For my own research, for my own projects. I don't much care what happens to anybody else. At least on the daily scale.
Then why are you trying to investigate this?
Because it's wrong. And clearly you guys are so good at your jobs that nothing's been resolved yet. So I figured at least then, It would give me something to do in the meantime while I continue learning and improving my projects. I have a knack for improving in areas where other people fail. And he'll just kind of smile at the cop or detective, investigator person.
Yeah, and detective, and he just raises a brow at you. You realize how bad this looks for you and your friends, right? You hide
you
from
said that.
Where were you 2 nights ago?
I was in my room, and then I was at... We were at the beach, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to the beach with some of my friends.
Seems like you all went to the beach. What were you doing out there?
Exploring the surrounding area. Getting a lay of the land.
And
we had a professor escort with us, so it's not like we were doing anything outside of school hours that wasn't approved.
yes. Which professor?
Professor Marcus.
He seems to write something down again. What do you know of Aya?
Who's Aya?
He just gives you a look.
I've only heard her name, but I've never spent any time with her. And from that, I don't actually think Soma ever saw Aya in person, right? Only her corpse.
Yeah, that would be an accurate statement, so he just kind of... Do you think Leo would be capable of harming Aya?
Leo? I don't know. I'm not in their class.
Fine. That's all the questions for now. He closes his folder and leaves, and the guards come and take you away and bring you back to your cell. And you all sit in your cells. And I think we'll
Not quietly for Leo. Leo is very loudly like, I want my phone call. Where's my lawyer? You can't hold me without telling me what my charges are.
I know my rights.
I think after a while they come down and they seem to have some sort of this device that they turn on, and it makes a silence aura around Leo's cell, and they leave. And real quick right now, we'll take a quick bio break for everyone. Come back in 5-10 minutes. Yeah. Alright, so you guys all sit in your cell. Leo was causing trouble until eventually he was silenced. Tomoji, I'm assuming, is just taking another cat nap on the bench.
Yep.
And is there anything from the rest of you?
No,
Soma's just sitting exactly the way he was.
Yeah, I think Suki's just trying to gauge, how much to tell them, because it's how much trouble could they truly be in if the only thing, or at least from her interview, mostly what they asked about was Victor and his harassment. And it's okay, why would we go to jail for that unless, his rich mommy and daddy are really paying them?
Or unless Victor died.
I didn't even think about that.
So, off topic, but something funny. I came back and I'm missing a D6.
The cats were definitely on the desk. We heard them I heard them at least by the microphone.
Oh, really? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there was a lot of meowing.
Sorry.
Honestly, I enjoyed it.
You little monsters. I am gonna have to find it because it's one of my favorite pretty blue ones. Alright. Continuing. Yeah. I think after about an hour or so, though, Suki, they do have little cell windows. I mean, they're not huge or anything you can bust out of, but I think at some point you would hear Cloud bark outside the window. You know. What do you think Cloud calls you in animal? Mom or sister?
No,
or
maybe. I think she would just call me like Pack. Like I think in her mind that's kind of like all family we're Pack.
Yeah. In that case you hear Pack.
I look out the window if I can.
You can kind of tippy toe out to look and you see her sitting. She backs up a bit so you can see her better, and basically she says, I found the Corin and brought him here. Then he spoke to them, then he left.
Ah, good job.
Should I look for Demon?
Yes, for sure.
She gives you a nod and she kind of eyes the bars, growls at them a little, doesn't like that you're in a cage, and then runs off again.
Sure.
After a couple of hours, there is a point where the guards come back and they seem to first grab Leo again and drag him away from all of you. And after a while, Leo, you are brought to... you're brought not to an interrogation room, surprisingly. You're brought just to the sort of regular side room where you see Marcus is sitting there. And he's just, oh, please. Are these cuffs really necessary? And the guards kind of uncuff you, and there you go. They walk away, leaving you with Marcus. He's just... I can't believe the treatment they've been giving all of you, honestly. Please, will you follow me?
You're getting us out of here, right?
What are you doing here? Or Professor?
None of you are there, only Leo is there.
Oh.
And he's just, yes, that is the plan that I'm working on, but I could only get one of you at a time, so I do plan to come back for the others.
I'm trying to debate on if I trust him or not. Can I make a roll for, like, an insight?
Yeah, you can cite that.
A 7. It's not great. I trust him.
Yeah, he seems to be telling the truth. He just smiles at you with those old, kind eyes.
Yeah, and I follow him wherever he's leading.
He has a carriage outside that he gestures and heads in with you, and he kind of pats it as this driver starts taking you guys away. And he's just... Seems that you and your friends have gotten into quite a bit of a pickle here, hasn't it?
Yeah, I've probably been in worse spots.
Really? That's honestly a shame.
Yeah. Yeah, my brother's helped me out a couple times.
Oh, you have a brother?
Kind of. It's more adopted, really.
Oh, so he wouldn't be God-related then, either?
No, I don't think so.
Well, it's always good to have family. Family is very important. When all else fails, there's no one else you can really rely on and trust.
Is your family gone then?
No, well, most of them, yes, unfortunately. I do have one, though. And I would do pretty much about anything for her. You'll actually get to meet her, my daughter. I'm taking you to my home, I think that will be the safest for now. Keep the guards from meddling in all of your, well, activities.
Did you get my stuff?
I did.
Oh, cool.
He doesn't seem to move to give it to you, though.
I reach for it then.
Let's wait until we get back to the house first. I think it'll be safer there.
I mean, we're already in the carriage.
I insist. Even with the roll, well, I think that seems suspicious.
11, 6, and 5.
I mean, yeah, like I said, even with the previous roll, like, something seems a little suspicious about that, if he's really trying to help you.
No, I kind of want my stuff. I'm a little attached to it.
I won't keep it from you, of course. I just think it might be best to wait until we get to the manor.
Well, how long's this ride, then?
It won't be too long.
Oh, good. Well, I could probably use a little fresh air. Does this thing have windows? I'm cooped up in a cage all day.
Certainly. What is your magic defense?
9.
And he gestures towards the curtain, so as you turn your back, he's going to roll. And he's going to spend an Ultima point to re-roll. So you guys all get, what was it, EXP for an Ultima point?
Yep.
And with that roll, as you turn, you kind of feel like your blood pressure starts to lower suddenly and rapidly. And he's just, I truly am sorry, Leo. And you fall unconscious. Oh, and my cat bumped my camera cord. Alright. Let's get this trying to come back.
Dude, I'm so bad at spelling. I'm over here in my notes. I'm like, unconscious? Like,
your Arkansas is showing.
Yeah, for real. That public education.
Unconscientious?
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, there we go. Got it back. And Leo gets taken away.
Goodbye, Leo.
It's nice knowing you. The rest of you would have noticed that Leo was taken, but he hasn't come back.
Do you think they took him back in for questioning? Soma would kind of call from across his cell.
Can we hear it?
Yeah, you can hear. You weren't silenced. You weren't making fucks, like, yelling and shouting down the hall constantly, so they didn't have a need to silence you.
Alright. I think Suki would... Oh, go ahead.
They were asking me a lot of questions about Leo. They might be trying to pressure him. I hope
Maybe.
they are me.
does seem to be taking longer than the other interviews did.
And you sit in
Something
silence
seems to be I was going to say, someone would just say, something seems to be not quite right.
Yeah, I was able to... She kind of thinks about it for a second. Get word to Corin before we left. So at least someone knows that we're in here.
And after many more hours, as it becomes night, you start realizing Leo's not coming back. But eventually, you kind of start hearing a bit of a fuss in the front, like a commotion going on as some shouting match seems to be happening. And you hear Pack barked through your window.
I'll definitely look through the window again.
The demon is yelling at them.
Ah, good job, Cloud, good job.
She wags her tail.
All right, wait there.
She sits obediently and waits. After a while, the shouting seems to dwindle. And then eventually... it's kind of quiet for a while. Let's see if someone else has better luck and rolls better. Yeah, okay. Eventually, the guards come back and basically say, like, well, lucky all of you, you seem to have found a good alibi and a good ally, so starts unlocking your cells, unlocking your shackles, and letting you all start heading out. And when you get out of the jail, you see Roxana is sitting there tapping her foot, incredibly annoyed looking, but next to her is a man with kind of wild white hair and very naturey clothes that he's got on. He even has like a cloak of leaves and vines that trail behind him as he's holding a incredibly crazy twisted wooden staff next to him as he eyes her too. And he has incredibly piercing bright blue eyes. Next to him on the staff is perched this white owl, and they both eye you all as you come out. Anyway, Roxana's just... stupid assholes wouldn't believe me, but they believe some stranger from somewhere else.
Tomoji kind of stretches and yawns and says, it's nice in there. They feed you and let you nap. I feel really good right now.
Fella says, she just shakes her head. This man seems to eye all of you, but then pauses and he's just, where is Leo?
They took him hours ago and he hasn't returned.
He starts heading back into the jail. And after a bit more discussion, does anyone go in to listen, or...
Would Soma be able to call from Ogura to see if he could try and take any sort of picking up things of noise.
Like to spy on what they're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say make a Dex plus Insight from Aurora to be stealthy.
Imagine his little, like, radar beacon pops out of his head. Beep, 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 beep.
You said Dex plus Insight?
Yeah. Oh, also, as the villain has been on scene and now you know who it is, that also gives you all another Fabula point. And with a 9, I think Mogora has a hard time because the jail is so well fortified and both magically and physically, he cannot get up enough to close enough to overhear what they're saying.
But could I use a Fabula point?
Yeah, you could have it to reroll Mogora if you'd like. This would probably be based off of...
Sorry, I don't know why my Fabula points was blank. It was at 3, but I should be at 4.
We're up to 5. That's where I'm at, too.
I would say that I would like to... Could I invoke a bond?
That won't let you reroll. No? It will add.
Okay, then let's just do the reroll of both dice.
And
one of your die rolled a 6, so I would leave that one. Because that's like max.
Strategically.
Which trait are you invoking for the reroll? And how does it fit?
Sorry, there we go. Spending a Fabula point. Sorry, every time I try to do my mic, it doesn't let me zoom in or scroll up or down at the same time.
No worries.
Let's re-roll Dex.
You still have to justify it off of your traits.
So let's see. I think that I would probably say you would see Soma kind of calling Mogura out of the ground with a routine number of kind of tongue clicks. And he'd kind of like look over Mogura and say like, oh man, we've been so busy. We haven't done any maintenance in a while, buddy. And you're just going to see him kind of like go in with a couple of screwdrivers and wrenches and give Mogura a bit of a tune-up. You would just see a little whiz of steam come out the top of them. So our reroll is going to be that he received a tune-up before he went back underground.
Yeah, I'll allow it. Alright, so roll me that, just roll a d6, and then we will say one of them was a 6, and then the new roll will be the new roll. 10. Alright, I think that'll be enough to get some of what they're talking about. You can kind of get close enough to almost hear the vibrations through the ground as to what they're saying. It seems that this white-haired man is just like, I came here to find Leo. Where is Leo? And they're just... like a little silence as he can't pick it up. Left. What do you mean? A little more silence as he can't quite pick everything up. And then after a little bit of, you definitely can tell the white-haired man seems to be saying something low, but not what. I think you just get the tone of threatening before he seems to turn and go back outside. But in the meantime, while that's happening, do any of you speak to Rexona?
Yeah, I think that Suki would. she would just say, "Thank you for coming. I, sent Cloud after you, but I didn't know how much she would be able to kind of communicate."
Well, she was quite annoying. I almost kicked her, but I didn't, so don't worry. Anyway, after a while, I got the idea that maybe she was sent because something happened, especially when Leo didn't show up like he's supposed to, so... Got led here, and then met that weird guy who was also here.
Yeah, do you know who he is?
Said his name was Willow. Don't know much more than that. And that he was looking for someone out of the group of you. Also, just as a note, since it is later at night, she seems to make sure that she is kind of close to light. So, what the fuck happened to Leo then?
I don't know. They asked us a lot of questions about rocks and people and someone named Victor.
Can anyone other than the cat tell me what happened to Leo?
I took him away.
Shrugs.
It was... We don't know where they took him. It seems like they're not planning on returning.
I don't know how it went with the rest of you guys, but I know they kept asking me if myself or anyone in our group had any ill feelings towards Maya, but they kept asking me over and over if I thought Leo could hurt anybody or if he might have had any malicious intentions. Just over and over. They really, really wanted Leo to get pinned to something, it seemed.
Well, they were asking about if we had ill intentions because they found the notebook we took from him.
Oh, the one that had all the stuff about Maya?
Yep.
True, but they kept asking where he went or what he was doing. Even outside of the Victor-specific stuff. At one point, they even asked me if I thought he was capable of hurting girls. And that seemed really specific.
They asked me how many people I gave rocks to. And they asked me some other stuff, but I fell asleep for a while and they got mad about that.
Did they ask you that, or did you just start naming them all off?
Well, they wanted to know why I gave Victor a rock and who else I had given rocks to. So I told them.
They didn't really ask me very many questions about Leo, actually. It was more about Maya, and they did ask where we were a couple nights ago. Soma, do you know if they mentioned anything about the note that you had found? Like, I know we had found the journal, and then we also found the note detailing exactly what Victor needed to do in order to have the protections fail for Maya.
To be completely honest, they didn't ask, and I didn't volunteer anything unless they outright asked me.
Eventually that white-haired man comes out at about this point, and he seems to put his staff down and vines and roots come out of the ground to hold it so that he doesn't have to hold on to it anymore, and he's just... Do any of you know who Professor Marcus is?
No?
Yeah. Yeah, he's one of my professors.
Apparently he's the one who came and collected Leo earlier. Paid for his bail and said he had an alibi for him.
Why would he come pick Leo up but not the rest of us?
Fuck. Rexana says. Alright, we gotta go and get him. I think he might be in trouble.
Why? What? Shouldn't he be with Professor Marcus?
Look, let's not talk about this here. I don't want people to hear. And, she starts heading away from the guardhouse. And she seems to kind of try to stick to very well-lit areas until you guys get a little bit farther enough away so that she'll slide into an alleyway. And you realize when it gets dark the reason she's trying to avoid the dark in public as her eyes begin to glow red. Which seems to make the white-haired man tilt his head at her. I knew I sensed something different about you. Yeah, I'm a fucking demon. You try to kill me, I'll kill you first. It's that easy. So, look. Leo came to me last night talking about, suspects and shit. I can sense good from people, but I've noticed from Marcus lately, his goodness has been dwindling. Like it's souring. Like he's doing things that he shouldn't be doing. Leo was supposed to come over after class, and we were all gonna, with you guys, I assume, and we were all gonna go talk to him about it, but if that's the case, then maybe Marcus is doing something to him now.
When you and Leo talked, did you name Marcus? Or did you just...
I didn't want the lot of you to go after him fucking alone. Because I know what you guys are doing.
So there's a good chance he probably trusted him then, since he's kind of
I didn't know you were all going to get fucking arrested and Marcus was going to bail him out, did I? Look.
We thought we could trust Marcus. He helped us with the demon summoning.
Demons have a temper. Sorry, I shouldn't have yelled at you. It's a thing. Then take us to this Marcus. I will find Leo. Who the fuck are you anyway? I get that you wanted to help, but who are you? I am Leo's brother. You can call me Willow. Oh, and he picked up his staff, obviously, when you guys were walking.
Emoji has been surreptitiously trying to touch the owl, and it keeps looking at him. So, whoop.
I imagine you're trying to touch it from behind, so of course its head is completely rotated.
It keeps catching him, and he's like, that wasn't doing anything. Don't look at me.
Since you are closer to him trying to touch the owl, you would also notice that cloak seems to almost shape and move as the leaves and vines in it are almost growing constantly around it.
Wow.
Either way, let's go find Leo.
Yay! I like Leo. We collect rocks together. Do you like rocks? You definitely like leaves and birds, so you have to like rocks. I like leaves and birds, and I like rocks, and that's how the Tomochi conversation goes for a while.
Depends on the rock, I suppose.
Oh, good point. I never thought about that.
I think Suki will look over to Soma and Hattori and just say, do you think I should send Cloud to go get Corin? I mean, it sounds like this might be some trouble, but...
Well, if we're going up against Professor Marcus, I think we might need all the help we can get.
Oh, I have an idea.
Sorry, you heard me through. Tomoji will dig around in his little bag of rocks, and he'll pull out a red rock, and he'll run over to Cloud and say, Cloud, give this red rock to Corin. And he'll, give it to her, and he'll say, I told Corin that if I was ever in trouble, that I'd send him a red rock, and he said he'd come for me. I can use a Fabula point for that if you want, but he has a rock code that's the I'm in trouble rock.
Sure, I like that. That's cute. You don't have to spend a Fabula point, but if you do, that will up your EXP to 2.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and say that that's a minor story change, but
Yeah.
he has a whole rock code of like different rocks mean different things, and he's gonna send Corin the we're in trouble rock.
I like that.
All right. I don't think that Cloud really has a way to carry a rock, so I guess she just
Fight
it. Yeah.
Spit out the slobbery rock to Corin.
But, you know, honestly, there's no way he could misinterpret that. You know what I mean? Like, well, I know who this is from.
Yeah.
And
Now Corin will come find us and help.
I hope
See,
so.
aren't rocks useful? And he like stares up at Willow, as if like he needed to prove that point for some reason.
Before Cloud leaves, he seems to do some kind of magic towards Cloud. Which I don't know how you imagine Cloud is to other strangers that he's never met, but either way, to Willow, it seems like Cloud just trusts him. You know, there is just this natural, innate trust. And
Yeah. I would say that's definitely like rare for her, for sure. So that would almost like, I feel like that would almost imbue a little bit of sense of trust with me as well.
this will help Cloud find our scent and follow it easily. And Cloud bounds off as you guys all start heading to Lord Marcus's, or not Lord, Professor Marcus's house. I'm used to dealing with a lot of nobles in another game. So you head off to Professor Marcus's house. Rexana seems to try to stick to either very well-lit areas or very empty alleyways. One or the other is, you know, just trying to hide her eyes at the as best as she can, and eventually you make it to a really nice looking mansion. And I know it is a little early, but I think we will call it here for today.
Oh, arriving at the mansion.
Do the dungeon dive / rescue Leo next week.
Nice.
And face off against the villain.
Dun dun dun.
We have to rescue our princess in distress.
Yes.
Yeah.
My dream in life. I've always wanted to be a princess in a tower.
Finally.